Hey guys, if you have been following my channel for any length of time, then you know that in the past 6 months, I graduated from my nurse practitioner school. I passed my board certification exams. I got my licensing done, got my DEA certification finished, and I started my new job. And since all that has happened, I have been getting one consistent question from viewers of the channel. And that question has been, what do I need to do to pass my nurse practitioner board certification exams? So in this video, I'm going to tell you what I think are the key, the absolutely essential secrets that I use to pass my board certification exam. So let's get started. Practitioners, my name is Rick. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And on my channel, I share my experiences about my things that worked in nurse practitioner school, things that didn't work, as well as kind of what I'm doing here now as a practicing nurse practitioner. And when it comes to board exams, hey, believe me, I know that there is a lot of anxiety about taking certification boards. I know there's a lot of anxiety in our student community. You know, I graduated on December 13th, and I took my board exams December 31st. And in between the 2 weeks, my wife and I actually took a 7-day cruise. Now, I may have taken and passed my board exam just 2 weeks after I graduated, but it doesn't mean I didn't start thinking about it the day after I graduated. So I'm going to give you 3 powerful secrets that I used, and I think you can use as well, to be very successful in passing your board examinations. These are secrets that are going to be making a difference between passing with confidence or stressing and having anxiety all the way up to the exam date. So if you want to get through this with a lot of confidence, if you want to use a proven strategy that other nurse practitioners have used, thousands of nurse practitioners have used, then this is the video for you. So let me show you an example of what's actually possible. I mean, these are actual quotes from people. Jessica, a family nurse practitioner, said, this method was a game changer for me. The structure, the depth, the expert insights were unmatched. I passed with confidence. Hey, isn't that a statement everybody wants to make when it comes to board exams? So, you know, we're going to talk, this is not just fluff stuff. This is stuff that I used. It's stuff that other people are using as well. So here is secret number 1. Start studying early. Hey, cramming is for finals. Board exams is a completely different beast. You cannot cram for your board exams. I started studying for my board exams in August, a full 5 months before I was set to graduate and knew I would even take the exam. Heck, I didn't even know when I was going to be able to take the exam because you sometimes can't get an exam date until after you graduated. But I started 5 months before my exam was taken. Give yourself at least 3 to 6 months to study and be prepared for this. So much hinges on you passing this board exam. Don't wait till the last minute to start studying. All right, secret number 2 is to study consistently. I'm not talking about spending maybe 8 hours on a Saturday trying to get it all in. I mean studying 30, 60 minutes, focused study, at least 5 days a week leading up to your board exam. And really, that's where long-term memory works. That's how you make it work. You know, I downloaded the Pocket Prep app, and I'll leave a link for that in the description as well, which is, you know, geared towards nurse practitioner board certification, so that I had that on my phone. And anytime I had some downtime, I was waiting in line at the store, or I was in between patients when I was working in the ER, whatever it was, I could pull that out and whip out, you know, several practice questions and get the rationale as well. So every day, even, you know, I might plan 30 to 60 minutes one day and end up only having 15 minutes, but every single day I was consistently studying something leading to the board exam. So make plans that at least 5 days a week you're going to be studying. And that leads us to secret number 3. Use an approved prep course. Now, I think this is probably the biggest and the most important secret for you to know about in preparing for your board exams. Don't just rely on YouTube videos. Don't just rely on your class notes. You need an up-to-date, evidence-based content that is matched to the board exam that you're going to take. Use a reputable NP board certification prep review course. In a minute, I'll tell you about the tool that I used for this. Made all the difference in the world in me going to that exam with a great deal of confidence, going to that exam and passing on the first try. Again, just 2 weeks after I graduated from my program. The approved prep courses, they have the most up-to-date information because these exams change from, every few years. So they're on top of that, and they are going to teach you how to take the exam that you were scheduled to take. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here. First secret is to start studying early. Second secret is studying consistently, at least 5 days a week. And the third secret is to use an approved prep course. These three strategies together, these three secrets, if you use them, if you buy into this, you are going to have a very successful certification exam. So let me ask you a question here. Do you want to feel confident and prepared when you sit down and take your board exam? Are you ready to crush the boards? Just get that out of the way and start doing what you've been training to do, and that is practice as a nurse practitioner? Well, if you think about those questions, and I'm assuming everybody says yes to those, you really have two choices. You can try to do it all by yourself. You can watch videos, comb through Quizlets, go through Reddit threads. You can do all of that and hope for the best. Or you can do it the right way. You can do it a proven way. You can have a roadmap that tens of thousands of other NPs have used to pass their boards on the first try. Well, if you chose that second choice, then I highly recommend you use the Fitzgerald Board Prep Exam. This is the tool I used, and really it was so easy. It was so comprehensive. I just recommend it to everybody. The Fitzgerald NP Board Certification Prep course, it's taught by certified and credentialed experts, people that aren't just great nurse practitioners. These are people that have studied the board exam and know how to teach you to pass the board exam. The Fitzgerald course also has a 99+% pass rate among its users. And if you don't pass on the first time, you can use all the materials again. They'll even coach you through getting through the second test that you have to take. The course materials, they're available in a live format if that's what you like. They're online, it's on demand. It includes practice tests. It includes a study plan, pharmacology review. It gives you tips on how to pass your board certification exam. And it's just a lot more involved with it. So it's not just me saying that this really works. There are, of course, a lot of other people that have used this, and here's just an example of some of the things they've said. Marcus, who is a PMHNP, he says, after struggling on my own, Fitzgerald gave me the clarity, the structure, and the competence. I passed on the first try. Hey, I think we would all want to say that when it comes to the board exam. Erin, who's a nurse practitioner, she says, excellent preparation. I felt extremely confident taking the board exam, and I'm happy to report passing on my first attempt. Still another nurse practitioner, Daniel, says, I studied the National Certification Prep for the ANCC. It was well organized, very informative. I passed on the first attempt. Highly recommend it. So some of the common questions I think people have when they think about a prep course, or even specifically the Fitzgerald prep course, is, all right, so I spend the money, I get this prep course, what's included in it? Well, with Fitzgerald, you'll get a comprehensive review. There are practice questions. you'll get a manual. I think I've lent mine to somebody about this thick, a manual about this thick that you follow through. It's like a workbook that you follow through. There's practice questions in each module. There's a whole study plan. They tell you how to plan your study process. And there's at least 2 practice tests that they give you. And if you have the Pocket Prep app, then you've got an endless supply of practice questions. Another question is it self-paced? Absolutely. There is tremendous amount of flexibility in this. You can study at your own pace. If you want to get it all done in a month, you can. Don't really recommend that. Or if you want to take 4 or 5 months to do it, you can do that. So it's all done at your own pace, and interspaced in that, there may be some live events that you can attend as well. It's part of the program. I touched on this a minute ago, but who teaches this? Well, these are experienced NPs. These are nurse practitioners. Many of them are DNPs that specialize. This is their focus. They specialize in certification board preparation. So that is an important piece to know who's teaching this material. Another common question is, all right, so I get all this material, how long do I have to use it? Well, with the Fitzgerald program, you get a full 6 months of access to the materials. And you'll double check this at the site, but I believe if you don't pass on the first try, then they will extend some of that access to help you get there. So, they are really invested in helping you get through this certification exam. Another common question, a very real question is it worth the price? I didn't put the price on here because I know it varies sometimes as the program is refined in that. So, but is it worth the price? It's going to be a few $100s to get it. But I would say compare the price of a few $100s to having to retake the exam. You can't just like reschedule the exam the next day if you failed it. I believe, at least for my certification exam, you had to wait 30 to 45 days before you could retest. That's 30 to 45 days you're not working as a nurse practitioner because you can't get through your board certification exam. So spend or invest, however you want to classify it, a couple $100, you get the Fitzgerald course. Absolutely, you got a 99% probability of passing it on the first try. And hey, those are great odds. Okay, so what do you do now? Well, if you're within 4 to 6 months of passing your board exam, start studying now. Make it happen. Study something every single day. And go to the link. It's in the description. I'm going to put it in the comments as well. You'll get 20% off of the Fitzgerald. And this is a special link they gave me because they knew that I had this YouTube channel. A lot of people watch it. And I can explain how my experience with Fitzgerald helped me. So by being a viewer of this video, you click that link, you're automatically getting 20% off the top. What happens when you go and you get it? You choose your format. Do you want it live? Do you want it on demand? Do you want it online? You get instant access to all of the prep materials. And you know what? You start preparing the smart way. Hey guys, so I hope you like this. I hope it gives you confidence for your own nurse practitioner board certification exam. It works so well for me. I just felt it was important to get this out to you and let you see kind of what I used and what I thought were kind of the core philosophies of me passing my board certification exam just 2 weeks after I graduated. So if you got a question, please put it in the comments. I answer all the comments and happy to get back to you with your questions. Usually takes me a day or so before that happens. And if this was helpful, please consider liking the video and please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already done so. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.